Hey everyone, a quick side note before we start this video. I originally uploaded this on Friday because I was talking about the Triple Crown and whatnot and wanted to do a recap on it. YouTube had a few issues processing it and getting it out to my viewers, so I quickly took it down, tried to fix everything, and now you guys will be watching it here on Monday. I wanted to re-upload it because it's still some very valuable content and I wanted to share it with all my viewers. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Hey everybody, welcome back to today's video. Happy Friday to everyone watching this. We have officially made it through another week, so congratulations to all of you guys. It is the weekend. In today's video, we're going to be looking at one of the most exciting sim races that I have ever participated in from this past week during my 360 Sprint Car Triple Crown series, and this race took place at Lernerville. So if you are a huge fan of sim racing, you are going to absolutely love today's video. As I've been promoting lately that I was going to be doing a big 360 Sprint Car Triple Crown race on iRacing because of all the lack of real racing that we've been able to do. Obviously, we haven't done any for months. I wanted to do my own little race on the sim, get lots of my fans involved, and that is exactly what we did. So May 12th, 13th, and 14th, we ran 3 different tracks, 3 different nights, and had a large payout up for grabs. And each night happened to be a success with many cars participating and many people watching the live broadcast straight to my channel. But probably the most exciting night to watch as a fan and the most fun night to participate as a driver was night number 2 at the virtual Lernerville Speedway, where we had a 4-wide finish coming to the checkered flag. So the first night at Williams Grove went alright. We qualified really good, got through the heat race by winning, and then started in the first few rows of the A main event. Jumped out to the lead at some point, kind of made a few wrong lane choices and ended up running second. Started out good though for points because in order to be in the money in the top 5 in points after all 3 nights, you need to be consistent, and fortunate enough we were on the podium all 3 nights. So going into Lernerville, that was going to be one of my tougher racetracks because I'm real good at flying off the edge. But fortunate enough, we were still able to win our heat race from the second row, and that lined us up to start second row outside for the A main event. The track was probably slickest around the top, kind of a typical Lernerville, but with the momentum you could carry up there and kind of the odd banking on the bottom, it was still the fastest part of the racetrack, and so everyone kind of just quickly fell in line. And even though I really wanted to get to the lead as fast as possible, in order to kind of race for points, whether it's iRacing or real life, you really got to practice on being consistent and not putting yourself in a position to get caught up in a wreck or a position where you're going to lose a lot of points. So I was just kind of trying to test my car, try a few different lines eventually after about lap 10, but I kind of just stayed in the 3rd spot. We had a lot of green flag laps throughout the race, I believe only in total about 2 yellows, which is exactly what you want to see on the sim. Some races, as you guys know, can be kind of a caution fest. I think Williams Grove was probably the most cautions we had with like 3 or 4. Lernerville, I think, only had 2. So a lot of green flag laps, and I was just kind of running in 3rd, and then the leader fell off the edge. For anyone that runs iRacing here, you know turn number 4 at Lernerville is so treacherous, and that's exactly what he did. He just got the right rear over a little bit, and there was nothing he could do. It spun him out into traffic, and we quickly threw a yellow to hopefully not catch anyone else in the wreck. And this is where everything goes absolutely nuts. We had about 15 laps left, and there were so many different lanes you could run. By then, it had really widened out. The bottom came in, and I didn't really notice that. I was really trying to work the middle because not many guys had ran the middle all night long, so there was a little bit of a grip patch you could run. And other guys were working the top side of the track, the slider line, the crossover line, and just trying anything they could. And this is where the racing gets really, really good. So Mayo jumps out to the lead. I kind of noticed something around the bottom side of the racetrack, maybe around lap 30, but 3rd and 4th and 5th are right on my back bumper, and we just start going absolutely nuts. Slider for slider, guys are running the top, crossing each other over, and the top 4 here, Devin Mayo, myself, Kobe Stidham, and Michael Sellers had probably one of the most unbelievable battles I've ever had on the sim. So if you haven't seen it already, I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, but here is the last few laps from our 360 Sprint Car Triple Crown race at Lernerville.
Mayo now rolls the bottom, and Mayo back to the lead down the backstretch. Here comes Stidham. Stidham to the inside of Holmes. You cannot make this stuff up. This is incredible racing here tonight. Kobe Stidham back to 2nd. Stidham rolls the bottom in 1 and 2, almost 3 wide for the lead down the backstretch. Stidham slides up the racetrack. Heat retakes the lead. Now Holmes back to the inside, 3 wide again down the front straightaway. Stidham to the cushion. Holmes with the slider. He's got it. 4 cars going at it down the backstretch. Mayo with the mistake. And here comes Michael Sellers. Sellers to the lead momentarily. 3 wide again down the front straightaway. Are you kidding me? 3 wide again. 2 laps to go this time by the stripe. It's Holmes and Stidham up front. Now Holmes goes to the middle to protect the slide job line from Kobe Stidham. That gives momentum to Stidham down the front straightaway. Holmes blocks it once again. Next time by, white flag is out for Tanner Holmes. Here comes Sellers on the bottom. 3 wide for the lead. Big slider out of Michael Sellers. Sellers takes the lead. White flag is out. Who's going to win this thing? Holmes back to the lead. He tries rolling the bottom. He misses it on the exit. Here comes Stidham to the outside. 3 wide down the backstretch. In 3 and 4 for the final time. 4 wide off the corner. Stidham's going to get the win. I am out of breath. 4 wide across the stripe, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot make this up. Kobe Stidham wins it by 4/100ths of a second over Michael Sellers, Tanner Holmes, and Devin Mayo.
So that was absolutely nuts. 4 wide to the finish line. On the outside, you had Kobe Stidham, the guy who ran second, right to his inside, Michael Sellers, who looked like was going to get it until the last second when Kobe kind of got that run off the top side of 3 and 4. I ran third right inside of Michael Sellers, and then Devin Mayo almost kind of upsetted all of us because he was leading, kind of made a little bit of a mistake, fell back to 4th, but he got the bottom rolling, and in the last corner, he was really one of the guys in the grip, but he came home 4th right behind me. So in a photo finish, you heard Chase Rodman, the announcer, absolutely going nuts. It was just crazy. You know, sim racing, you can definitely see a lot of battles like that, but it's just something that I guess doesn't happen every day where the track was that perfect. You could run the top side, you could run the middle, you could work the bottom, as well as many other lanes, and then you also have us 4 cars who somehow did not make any contact at all and just had a good, clean race to the finish. So I am super proud of how that all turned out. It was so much fun. Even though I didn't win, I was a little bit disappointed, but then just looking back at the race, I mean, you know, there's maybe a few things I did wrong. I was able to get out to the lead with I think about 3 to go, and then I almost just got caught sliding myself a few too many times to block, when maybe if I could have got up to the top, you know, and got some momentum built up, maybe pulled away from them. One cool thing that I did want to mention about all this is the iRacing YouTube channel actually commented on our live stream. They put sick, and then we talked to a few guys that kind of run, man, some of their social media, I believe, and whatnot, and they want the clip for their top 10 highlights that they do for every month. So that's super, super cool. We're going to submit that to them and see if we maybe get placed in that category. So anyway, I just really wanted to make this short little video showing that to you guys because I know not everyone was able to tune into the live stream. I feel like I'm going crazy. I'm having a lot of fun playing on the computer and doing the sim racing thing and kind of getting better at that. But obviously, I'm really itching to get back in the car, whether that's an outlaw kart or a sprint car, whenever the soonest we can. I know the Midwest is kind of starting to opening back up, and I'm hoping that kind of leads the train for both the West Coast and the East Coast for them to maybe try something, but as of right now, we're not really sure. We did get some good news from Washington. It sounds like on the West Coast, the first state that's going to open up some racetracks will be them, and that sounds like it's possibly going to be in June. So I'm going to encourage you guys, the end of all of this is near. We will be back to racetracks and sporting events soon. It may be a little bit different than normal, but we just got to be thankful that we're going to get that opportunity. Trust me, I'm on the same page as you guys. I want to get back to racing as soon as possible. So usually during showing you guys an exciting finish in real life, I thank all my real life sponsors, but I guess I got to talk about some of my sim sponsors for this video. I just want to give a huge shout out to Fast 4 Esports. Those guys helped me out in the sim world. And then also shout out to Kyler Shaw for doing the broadcast, obviously Fast 4 Media. All 3 nights, it was cool to have him broadcast that to my channel. And then also Chase Rodman, one of the big time announcers here on the West Coast, covering the whole thing and doing a fantastic job himself. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I appreciate all of your guys' support on all 3 nights, whether you entered, whether you watched on the live stream, commented, liked it. It really means a lot. And then like I said, we'll have some more racing content here soon as we transition back into the outlaw kart and sprint car scene. Now, before we end this video, I need you guys to do one last thing. Go to the comment section down below and post what racetrack are you most excited to get back to when this quarantine is lifted. That could be a local racetrack or maybe a favorite speedway that you live a few hours away from that you love going to. Make sure you do that, and I'd be excited to see where you guys are all from. Anyway, I'll see you guys all in the next video. Thank you for tuning in. Deuces.